Good morning, everyone. Today I am going to make ham and bean soup. This recipe, some people refer to it as Senate bean soup. And the history behind that is, in the United States Senate, they serve a ham and bean soup every day. And this has been going on for over 100 years. There's conflicting stories of who mandated it to be on the menu every day. But their soup recipe, and you can go online to the U.S. Senate and look up, and it will give you two different recipes. There's one that was from Senator Dubois, I believe is the name, from Idaho. That one had mashed potatoes in it. Doesn't surprise me. Idaho's potato area. And then there was a senator from Minnesota that the credit is given to him also. That one does not have mashed potatoes in it. The one served today does not have mashed potatoes in it. But this is going to be my version. It's another one of these recipes that I grew up having as a kid. I've made for my children when they were little. And so this is going to be my ham and bean soup. Very easy to put together. Do not need a lot of hands-on time. So I hope you enjoy it. Hi, I'm Karen, and this is Grandma's New England Kitchen. For my recipe, I use Great Northern beans, and they have been soaking overnight. I just get regular Great Northern beans from Thrive and stick them in water. As you look through them first, rinse them off, put them in a jar, cover them with water, and let them soak all night, and they puff up nicely. So the first thing that I'm going to do, obviously some carbonation and fermentation started too. Nothing bad on that end, except any good fermentation is going to go down when these cook for a long time. So first thing you want to do is drain them. And try not to get too many of them on the floor. And I'm going to let them drain a little bit. You want to hold on to the soaking liquid. You may need it down the road. These are going to cook for a very long time. Now, you can do them in a pot on top of the stove. I like doing them in my ceramic bean pot in the oven at 300 degrees and just letting it go for a long time. It's usually about 6 hours. You go in every once in a while and stir it, and that's about all you're doing. Right now it's at 9 in the morning. I'm sorry, 10:15. Boy, time flew. And this is just going to go into the oven, and I'm going to relax for today. Not going anywhere. We got ice, freezing rain last night, and it's not worth the risk. So I just chopped up one celery, and I have 2 little carrots that I've already washed and peeled. But if you have one big carrot, then that's fine. But these were little. So you just want to chop them up into little cubes. So the bean soup in the Senate right now, at least for what the website says, it's just, they use navy beans for one. I am using Great Northern. And the reason I do that, one, Great Northern beans are bigger. They're more of a kidney type shape. And they're used more in soups. As far as I know, for navy beans, that's what you use more for baked beans. They will hold their shape. They don't fall apart as easy as a Great Northern will. When it comes to ham and bean soup, I want it to fall apart. I want that creamy soup without adding cream. And that comes from the beans falling apart over the long cook time. I've just had better success, and I just prefer these beans. So I'm just about done chopping up the carrot, and then we will assemble this. I also use chicken stock in mine. From what I gather, the Senate bean soup only uses water, and they get all their flavor from the ham hock, which is fine, but I like using the stock. And I add a lot of different things. I think theirs is just the beans, a ham hock, water, salt, pepper, I think some celery and onion and butter is about it for them. Okay, I'm going to get beans everywhere. I'm going to start this with getting my beans into the pot or into the little crock. So this is one 10-ounce bag of Great Northern beans. And I have one ham hock that I'm going to tuck down in here now. The rest of the beans down in here. Okay, so my beans are in. Then the next thing I'm going to add are my celery and carrot that I just chopped up. And you can see this is pretty full right now. It would have helped if I got a bench scraper here. Okay, and this is 1/4 cup of apple cider vinegar. Cuts through all the richness and everything. This is 1 tablespoon of dried onions. Then this is how I do mine. A sprig of thyme. I'll just tuck that in there. That will be fished out later with the 1 bay leaf. A whole clove of garlic. This is going to cook for a long time. So later on when I go to stir this, that's just going to fall apart in there. 1 tablespoon and a half of butter. Some pepper. Right now I'm going to do a teaspoon of salt. And these are the leaves from celery. They add a lot of flavor, so I do chopping them up and putting them in soups. Anytime I make soup, I do this. Just adds a little bit of flavor. This is an Amish ham stock. If you do not have ham stock, don't worry about it. You're probably going to get all that flavor you need from that smoked ham hock that you put down in there. But I do putting a teaspoon, sorry, this is supposed to be a tablespoon, so I'm just going to do 2 teaspoons in this. So that is the Amish ham base. And then the next thing is I just top it off with some chicken stock. If you have homemade, definitely use that. I do. It's just frozen, and I meant to take it out last night, and I did not. So my good old trusty backup, organic chicken stock, chicken broth in a box. And it's going to take all 4 cups right to the very tippy top. I have a little bit left, which as this cooks and it absorbs and it cooks down, I can add that. Just put the lid on it, take it to the oven, 300 degrees for 5-6 hours. Make sure you go back and stir it occasionally. The liquid from your beans, hold on to that just in case as you are stirring it and the lid starts to evaporate off, it gets soaked into everything. You still have a little bit of your chicken stock left. But if you run out of that, use some of the liquid from soaking your beans. And so we will see this when we come back in about 6 hours. So I'll see you then. I'm back and working still on the ham and bean soup, Senate soup, whatever you want to call it. The ham hock I took out, and now it's time to just pick it apart and get the meat. So take the fat cap off, find the meat pieces, and then you want to break them up into little itty bitty pieces. And yes, this is a little messy. And any gristle or things like that, just keep them in the bowl. So in the Senate, when this started, it's my understanding that the soup was 18 cents a bowl when they first started serving it. Last I saw, it was like $6 a bowl. I don't know actually what it is, but I wouldn't be surprised because I remember when I started making this soup when I was younger, in my 20s, so that would have been 40 years ago. And I would go and get ham hocks, and it would only be like $1 something, maybe $2 something, depending on how many there were. I got 2 ham hocks this size, and they were almost $10. I could not believe it. As even maybe 6 years ago was the last time I made it. I don't remember the ham hocks being that much money. That just shocked me. What I can tell you, what will not go to waste is Miss Bella will get that bone. Actually, it's a cooked bone. You shouldn't give your dogs cooked bones. So maybe she won't get that. So I'm going to get about a cup of meat. The soup is still in the oven. I've been going and stirring it. I did have to add more liquid to it. So I did use up the rest of the chicken broth that was in the box, and I've used up almost all of the bean liquid that stayed. That is it. The rest is fat. So I'm going to go wash up. What I will do is get the soup out and bring it in to add this so you can see where it is. It has about another hour and a half, 2 hours to go, but it's looking good. So I'll see you in just a bit. Okay, so it is out of the oven right now. It is going to have to go back in, but it is looking very good. Now, all that ham pieces will go down. And I will be honest with you, this is always better the next day. But let me go ahead. I can't pick that up and bring it to you. So let me, oopsie. There you go. So nice and steaming hot. And it is looking good. But this is going to go back into the oven for a little bit. It still does need to reduce down some. And I will show you when it is all done. The ham and bean soup is done. It looks very good. It's nice and creamy and thick. Some of the beans have broke down, which is what you want to see. We've got the pieces of the ham from the ham hock in it. You can see the little pieces of carrot. The garlic that was in here has totally disintegrated. But this looks fantastic, and I'm looking forward to having it for dinner tonight. It does not need any salt. It doesn't need any pepper. It's great. It did take about 6 hours, and it didn't need to babysit it too much. So I will bring you back when I go to taste it. But I'm going to let this set for a little bit, and it's not quite dinner time yet. It's getting close, but it's not time. And I will bring you back then, and maybe you can see over here. I'm working on 2 things today. So this is the cheesecake. If anybody has watched that video, maybe it's up, maybe it's not. I don't know, because I'm doing these together. So we'll see which one goes up first. Most likely the bean soup will. But this is cooling down before I get it out of the pan. Be on the lookout for that. Let's go ahead and try the Senate beans. Oh, I would have been real upset. The Senate bean soup. It's a little more involved than the stuff that they do at the U.S. Senate. It's been a long time since I've had this. Okay, so I do like to drizzle a little olive oil on top. And I unfortunately do not have fresh grated Parmesan cheese. So I got to use this stuff. But I do like putting a little bit of Parmesan cheese on top. And a little bit of black pepper. Now, parsley should go in there also. I do not have any, so we're just going without the parsley today. Okay, let me move the camera. Let's give it a try. It's nice and creamy. Whoops, sorry, you can't see that. So it did thicken up very nicely. Oh yes, I'm going to enjoy this tonight. I really hate eating on camera. I know I have to taste it, but I don't like it. I don't like eating on camera. Love the soup. Don't like eating on camera. How I enjoy eating this is just taking some bread. I have some of my sesame whole wheat bread, the sourdough bread, and put some butter on it. And that is about how I eat it, as just some bread and butter and soup. And it's absolutely fantastic. So I hope you enjoy this. And until the next time, have a good evening.